Okay, we're going to use the calculator here for question number 5 on the video lesson, and I'm going to show you which buttons to push and how that works, so follow along here. I have a little bit of glare on the second key, but you can see that that's the yellow one right here. That's our second key. And so if we need to clear the TVM keys, we use the second key and then FV. So you just push second, FV, and then you can see that we don't have, we've cleared these TVM keys. So the TVM keys are the N, IY, PV, payment, future value. So this is present value, PV, future value, payment, interest, right? The Y part we don't really need to worry about, just the I for interest. And then N is the number of periods in the payment, like how many payments and how many years, that kind of thing. Okay, so question number 5. They're going to borrow $55,000 at 6% interest for 60 months, and we're trying to find the payment. Okay, so here's how you put the numbers on your calculator. There's 60 payments, so that's N. Put the number on your screen, push N, and then notice this little triangle above the 60. That's telling you that you have entered it in on the TVM keys. The next part is the interest rate, so it's 6, and this is hold on a second. Okay, I said hold on a second because I noticed something in my notes. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. Okay, so it's 6% interest per year. So we're going to divide that by 12. It's a monthly payment, and we divide the 6 by 12. So basically they're getting charged 0.5 for every payment period, which is monthly. So we're going to put that there. And then the present value is the amount of the loan, and it's $55,000. So 55,000. That goes in for PV, and it's a loan, so we just press PV. That's how much we're borrowing, present value. And then we're going to, I like to put a 0 in for future value because at the end of the loan we're at 0. Now, how do we find the payment? We push compute payment, and then you can see it's right here, negative $1,063.30. We would round that to 30 cents after the decimal there because we are talking about a money answer. My calculator gets kind of crooked here. All right, so now let's go on to question number 6 on the lesson. So on number 6, we are going to compute the APR of the loan. The loan is for $9,625, and it's including a loan fee of $150 for 10% for 4 years. Now, it's a smart idea to clear your TVM keys between every calculation, and then you can check, did I really clear? Here's the recall button. Recall interest. Oh, it just says 0. That's what it's supposed to say. Recall present value. And then you can see that you've got them cleared. Okay, so let's put this in. It is for 4 years, so that's going to be 48 months. If you need to do that, you can go ahead and calculate. 48 months goes in for my number of periods, the N. My interest rate is 10%, so I'm going to divide that by 12 because it's a monthly payment. And then I put that, while it's on the screen, I push this key, and you can see that it's gone in because it's got the little triangle above it. I'm borrowing $9,625. That is my present value. Once again, you see the little triangle. And then I'm going to put 0 in for future value, and then compute the payment. So this payment is $244.11. Okay, and then the next step on this question for number 6 on, remember this is 10-1 on the 10-1 lesson videos, we have to subtract the loan fees from the amount we borrowed. So that was $9,625 minus $150. And then this amount, I'm going to put this in for PV now. So I've changed it from what we had on the previous question. I'm going to leave the payment in there that we had. I may re-enter it to be rounded. And our future value is 0. N is still the same. So you notice I didn't clear my TVM keys this time because I was only going to really change one number. And then we're going to compute our interest rate. Okay, so I'm going to now compute our interest rate, and that means I go to compute IY, and now we have this on the screen. Now what happens here is the interest rate is going to raise a little bit. It has to do with the loan fees that were in the loan originally because we had to pay interest on that, so our actual APR is a little bit higher. So then we take this times 12. My little stand is sort of working. And we see that our new interest rate is 10.8 if we round it to the 10th place. So it went up just a little bit, and that had to do with putting in the amount without the loan fees. All right, so just another thing about this. If you want to double check what you've entered, just do recall. So recall in, you can see that we have 48 in there. Recall IY, that's what we just found. Recall present value. Recall payment, and then recall future value. You can always double check that. Now remember, if you reset your calculator, it goes back to 2 decimal places, so then you have to reformat it back to 9 decimal places so that this works correctly the way it's supposed to. All right, I hope this was helpful. Bye everyone.